In the field of musicology, there are generally only two accepted perfect albums. The first is Abbey Road by the Beatles. The second, Home for Christmas by NSYNC. But there's a flaw in this latter album, which is rarely discussed. Listen with me, if you will, to the beginning of their iconic song, Kiss Me at Midnight.
Kiss me at midnight. 5, hey, yeah.
4, 3, 2, 1. Did you hear it? They speed up. They're supposed to be counting seconds. You can't speed up when you're counting seconds, even if it is counting down to midnight, especially if it is counting down to midnight. Welcome to Ask the Mead Maker, where I, Ricky the Mead Maker, answer your questions about mead drinking, mead brewing, mead making, really any question you're willing to send to me. In fact, our first question this week is not about mead, it is about meat. At our Midwinter Fest, I smoked about 148 pounds of pork, and we have gotten a flurry of requests for the recipe, and it could not be easier. It is a pork shoulder. Ready for this? Covered in equal parts kosher salt, chili powder. Smoked at 250 degrees until it is done. Our next question comes from KCR, who is presumably a home brewer who wants to try carbonating mead in the bottle. And the way most home brewers do this is by adding a little bit of sugar in the form of white sugar or honey, which is known as priming sugar, to each bottle or to the batch before it goes in. And the question is, will there be yeast at the bottom of the bottle? The answer is yes. And you can see this in many commercial beers and some meads that are on lees. Our next question is very difficult to answer. It comes from Will L., who wants to know how my mead compares to the mead that Vikings would have been drinking 1,000 years ago. And the answer is, no one really knows. We do know this: it's almost certainly clearer and has way more bubbles. A few episodes back in one of our Words of the Week, I mentioned that it was very, very, very difficult for commercial meaderies to make a Bochet. And this raised the question, how hard is it for homebrewers? Homebrewers can make a Bochet very simply. Chris H. wanted to know how. The answer is, get some honey, put it in a non-stick pot, and slowly heat it until it starts to caramelize, then brew with it. Our final question this week comes from Chris S., and it's a twofer. First, he noticed we have conical fermenters. Those are, well, here's a picture of them. And basically his question is, why? Are they better than flat-bottomed wine tanks? And he listed a whole bunch of others. And the answer is, they're not better per se, but it allows us to harvest our yeast. We've purchased yeast one time and we repitch it batch to batch, which not only helps us keep our prices down, but helps us develop a signature flavor. And now the second part of the question. Is there something better about metal? Better is a question we do not deal with. Grenfell Meadery is not engaging in the plastic, glass, metal discussion. We like it, we use it, and I'm going to send it over to Ricky with our Word of the Week. Ricky? Thank you, Ricky. This week's word is tej. Tej is the unofficial national beverage of Ethiopia. It is a type of mead and is made with gesho leaves. Tej is our last word of the week for the year. See you all in 2015.